22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Check, 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 check.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And an alley to run. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down.
Guess who I got playing quarterback for me now?
A horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing.
Hey, Fred, guess who I got playing quarterback for me now?
A loss of a yard there to start
Joe
out.
Flacco.
That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Oh, damn, serious.
Flacco from the gun. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I mean, shit, he won me a Super Bowl at one point.
Wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Flacco towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught.
Let's go. Touchdown pass, baby. Joe Flacco show.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
Touchdown, baby. Joe Flacco
right
showed.
Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and you mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And taken right on the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's checking. Crash, slam. Tight dog. Check. Fresno.
On third down, Mark Ingram. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on third down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this game here is a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky?
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Hey, alert.
To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Now Ben on 3rd and long. But it's brought in by Washington. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. And even 60 yards. Here's Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger's had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Marshawn Lynch. His 2nd touchdown on the season as hhis guys are on the board.
You got Marshawn
Lynch. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown.
44. Hey, team 6.
Roethlisberger. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 4, check 4. Check 50, check 50.
It's a give to the right. Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. SOS. Rewind. SOS. Patchy.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as the Ravens push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
You ready.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jake Ryan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Watch the edge. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Shit.
On red. Red. Pretty high.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Flacco. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Kill. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Shift.
Block it.
From the gun, Flacco. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
66.
Watch out.
80 weapon.
Undercrush.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. Past the 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check.
Monday.
No. Off. Check 3. Check.
Hey. Red.
Slam.
John, step away.
Running right. This is Ingram. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season.
Gun.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Yo, lead.
On second down, it's Ingram, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
The first time I saw Marcus Peters is in a practice session when he was at the University of Washington. I literally was watching someone else, and my eyes kept going to him. I thought he played the corner position with extreme intelligence, even as an undergrad there.
What year was that?
It would have been his sophomore year at Washington, and he's carried over those same playmaking skills to the NFL, and we just saw him knock one away.
I know.
Is it?
It should be.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Switch.
Roger, 5-0.
You look so sad up here.
On 1st down, Ingram, and able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
This is Ingram. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Let's
Now here's a
go.
pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
65. Hey, check right, check right. Watch 65. Keep it up, defense, keep it up. 5-0. Mike 5-5. Mike.
Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
this defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And it's knocked away.
Let's go!
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Right there. Oh, yeah.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all total. And out will come the offense as they take over.
All right, well, thank you.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 24. Check 24. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Quick dash, quick dash. Go, go. Slam, slam. Red. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Passing play, Flacco. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Behind that. Behind that. Ready.
Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Check, 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 check. Back, back.
3 wide. 3 wide.
Safety creep. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check, 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 check.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Check nickel.
Let's go. Hurry up.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco.
Shit.
And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Please.
As much football as we watch, we've seen
Grab
this
my shoulder blade
many
again,
times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. Now a quick pass to Richardson. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
230.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. First carry for James Conner. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 2nd and goal, Roethlisberger, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Throws left side. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
Let's go!
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. They dump it off to Lynch. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check, crunch.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2.
I can't believe they let you play.
Connor going to try and run it, and he will get into the end zone.
The
2-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Monday!
55! Yo.
5-0.
Yo! Check. Lucky. Hey, alert 3. Watch the ship. Hey, watch.
Monday!
Check 9. Show it.
Hey!
Ingram again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. I'm coming.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's in for 6. Steelers touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Check 4. Check 50. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Red.
Kill. Tighten up.
51.
Tighten up.
28.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Ingram. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ready! Kill. Hey, turn it up. SOS. Getting hot, Dad, Dwayne. 25, check 25.
On second down, Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
I'm going back to you.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Jim. Don't red. 10, under 10.
On second down now, it's Ingram.
Why you didn't pick
Just
the
a
man up
couple on the
front,
ground there.
man?
That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Come on. Monday. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And he
Bitch.
can't get a throw.
That cost me the
He's
game.
taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Like 80. Mike 58 right there. Hey, here we go.
First down, the run with Lynch. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Alert.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Complete. Richardson has it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch out. 66.
They'll run on first down. It's Lynch, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready? Like 5. 58 to Mike. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
They'll run again with Lynch, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Come on, let's go.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Pittsburgh, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.